community. I would say good morning, but it's not a good morning. I got a phone call late last night, well not late, but about 10 o'clock last night, that my mom's in the hospital. I didn't know very much until this morning. I finally got a hold of her, got a hold of the hospital, and was able to get a hold of one of her nurses and was able to get a little bit of information because I didn't have a PIN number or anything, and they don't just give out information. So I was able to get a little information from giving her the information that my sister had already given me. And then my sister talked to the doctor this morning. So right now she's being treated for infectious colitis. Her colon is extremely swollen. When she went into the hospital last night, her blood pressure was 196 over 163. This morning, her oxygen levels crashed. And they found something on her lungs. The first thing I would have asked, which I don't know if they've done or not, I'm waiting for the doctor to call me back because I have questions for the doctor that I want to ask. First thing I would have asked is if they ran a COVID test, being that her oxygen levels dropped so bad and that they found something on her lungs. They say it's pneumonia, which all goes together with COVID. Being an elderly patient, what came across my phone just made me kind of, President Trump's personal chauffeur has now come down with COVID. So, but anyway, being an elderly patient, having pneumonia, being in the hospital makes her very susceptible to COVID. Which is something I want to talk to the doctors about. Did they test her? Are they planning on testing her? Can they test her? How long does she have to stay there? Is she in danger of being there? They might even be doing surgery on her. Is the surgery with her age and her medical conditions dangerous? Is it something they have to do? Right now they're just treating her with fluids and antibiotics. So anyway, needless to say, I didn't sleep very much. I have an excruciating migraine. I've been crying pretty much all night and all morning. And yeah, that's how my day is going. And Kevin has now got to go. We're going over to the apartments to do plumbing.
Yes.
Kevin's going over to the apartments to do plumbing. Sarah, what are your plans today?
Whatever happens.
Whatever happens. That's Sarah's plans.
It's a nice day out there today.
Yeah.
Should be in the garden.
Yeah.
I do need to go cover some of the perennials in the backyard because we're getting a frost tonight and tomorrow. So I'm probably going to spread out some of my leaves I haven't bagged yet.
I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's going to cover some of the perennials we have in the yard because we're supposed to be getting another frost. So, that's about it. I'll keep you guys updated on my mom. Meanwhile, everybody, please keep her in your thoughts.
Spider web. I'm going to have to connect it over here. So, this is what I'm looking at. Go ahead. Are you on?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so this is a pipe that goes underneath the driveway to the garages. Half-inch copper pipe. So, and everything I know about copper pipe is if you forgot to turn it off, and it used to have a turn-off valve here, in the winter it'll freeze and burst the pipes. So I bet you that that's what's happened. That they disconnected it because it was probably pouring out of there. So I am going to connect that back up and see after I get all these spider webs out of it.
Don't fling them at me.
And just attach it. I'm going to use a shark bite, which is easy to install and remove, and see if it works. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pull that out, or just ignore it and run some PEX all the way up to the garage. That'll be fun.
Good times.
That is off. So
This is where it comes up.
yeah, I'm assuming it runs kitty corner. I hope it's a straight run, because if I try to remove copper through that, it would be fun. Okay, so this the water coming into the apartment is relatively new. We got some copper coming in from the ground, and that converts to PVC, which is weird. They actually bent the PVC instead of putting a joint there. Tells me that it's going to fail probably sooner or later. That goes to a distributor, and this is apartment 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to turn off apartment 2. That's who. Not that it matters, because we pay for all the water, so there's no accounting for it. I just pay it. I'm going to cut into the line, probably around here, and then run the PEX over to the pipe over there. Now, before I do that, I got to probably remove at least an inch off of that pipe, because it's got solder on it, and the joints that we're using, which is a shark bite, won't attach to it properly unless we clean up the edge. I can't turn it all the way around. Okay. Alright, so this copper pipe is pretty old, and I'm hoping I'm not going to have any trouble with it. And I'm already having trouble with it. Doesn't fit. Can you see this thing at all?
Yeah, I mean, we're working in a tight, dark corner over here, but for the most part, I think we're doing okay.
Come on. All right.
Did you enjoy your shower?
I did. Let's see what happens.
It comes spraying out of that one. Good job. Focus, focus. No leaky. No more leaky.
Is it leaking at all?
No leaky. I mean, a few drips from where it was spraying earlier, but no, I don't think it's leaking at all.
Let's go turn on the...
It was really hard to do all of that in this teeny tiny space.
I see a problem here. Gotta turn it off. Okay, so I didn't, this seems to have worked out okay. It looks wet because it water poured back from underground from the garage. And there is a break in the pipe, but it's not underground. It's right in the garage. So I gotta figure out how old that pipe is and what I can do to replace it. Because we did have problems with diameter. It's supposed to be 1/2 inch, but it's a little bigger than standard. It's a 100-year-old house, so I couldn't tell you. We'll have to look into it. But otherwise, we're just going to go home now. Pack up and go.
Howdy ho, neighbors.
Yeah.
So, update on my mom. She's still in the hospital, obviously. I don't know exactly what I said this morning. The spot on her lung, if I told you guys that, if I didn't, they found a spot on her lung. It's a blood clot, which is dangerous to treat. There's several different ways to treat it. The safest route, which is still dangerous, is heparin. So they are trying to break it up that way. Which can also make my mom bleed. But if she bleeds, they can always do a transfusion. They can get the bleeding under control and this and that. So that's the safest way to do it at this point. So right now we're all in a waiting status to find out if that blood clot gets broken up, and if my mom doesn't bleed and all of that, then they gotta go from there to see if they can run the test that they need to run to find out what is obstructing her bowels. So that's where we're at this point. So I've spoken to the doctor directly, and right now she's stable and there's no reason for me to head down. So there's where we're at.
Okay.
So, what did you end up doing today?
A little bit of plumbing that got us nowhere, really. We have to do more plumbing. Not sure what we're gonna do.
I don't know. But, I mean, it didn't get you nowhere. It got you soaking wet.
Yeah, I got a shower.
That was pretty funny.
So,
Did we film that? Did you film me getting soaked?
I filmed a lot of stuff.
Okay. I got a lot to get through then. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
She kept asking me, I don't know how you don't hurt yourself more often. What she doesn't know is I hurt myself very often. I just never tell anybody.
And he cuts it out. Yeah.
I didn't record any of that stuff. I don't know why.
Is that how
Anyway,
it
I'm not
works?
going to have her howl because I do have a very bad headache from all that's going on right now.
It'll just
So.
get Shire riled up even more.
Hugs, kisses, catch it, keep it. Peace out, guys. I love you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Stay in the house.
I'm tired of everybody getting sick and going to the hospital, and just everybody stay safe. Stay safe and stay healthy. Don't get sick.
Okay. Say goodbye. Bye. Sorry. Get the day off. Say bye.
Hasta la bye bye and stuff.
Say bye. Bye.